Hey everybody, how's it going? Serial Lover Jive here, and today we are playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is a 25 PED mining run. As you can see, I got the probes here. I've got nothing extra. We're going to start doing this check. After last time, I don't want to be like, oh, maybe I bought 25 PEDs of probes twice, and I didn't make a profit. Anyways, let's just get right into it. I've got the probes. I'm already in the area. I'm in the same area I was doing last time. I thought the area went well. I might have gotten a profit. So let's hit it up again and see what happens, guys. And we start with the twofer. I said we might have gotten a profit, and looks like the Mind Art gods are smiling on me. Do you guys know what the gods of loot are called, by the way? Is that still a thing in the game? Okay. So it used to be back in the day, they're like these gods everybody would joke about. They were Lutus. Yeah, Lutus, I believe, or something like that. Lotus. That was like the god of loot. That's the one that you worship, and you thank Lutus if you got an epic Hoff or something like that. It makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, that was sort of just random little off-the-cuff comment right there about some Entropia history. Hope you guys like that. Anyways. Ah, man, Ludus. That was so long ago, but I remember that used to be like a big deal. Like you'd hit a Hoff and you'd be like, oh, Ludus is smiling on me. You'd leave if you hit like, let's say you hit an ATH, you leave like a 1 PED offering of the gods on that claim marker or something like that. Just to be like, oh, thank you. If you hit a Hoff, something big, you'd leave a little like offering to the god floating there in the sky after the claim goes away. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it means like if you leave, it used to be at least, if you leave like an ore and matter, anything really, on a claim marker, when that claim disappears, the ore and matter item that you put down stays floating there. So that would be like an offering to the gods in a way. Sort of cool. Hey, we can do a demonstration right here. Someone can come find this, I guess. Free PEDs given away in my video. Watch this, guys. Let's extract, we'll do just 1 PED. How's that? So this mining run, I'm definitely going to lose. But you do something like this, right? Yeah. You put it there because it's on the claim, right? And then go ahead, you just, oops, sorry about that. Hold on. Mine the claim up. It's going to disappear. And they stay floating. And there you go. That's an offering to the gods right there for my horrible little melty water claim. Actually, that offering was about what I made on that claim, so don't be doing that, people. But you see what I'm talking about. Anyways, that would be an offering to Lutus. So if you guys see that around, now you know what it's all about. A little bit of Entropia Universe trivia right there for you. Anyways, let's get right into it. Obviously, I'm feeling a little bit better. Still not 100%, but that's how it works. You get sick, you're never going to be 100%. I think it was that flu, so it'll be a little bit before I'm back and, running at full efficiency. My voice is sounding at peak. I don't have to worry about a little bit of a cough. I don't take any cough medicine, anything like that, but hey, I can't complain. So, oh man, what do I want to talk about today? We just talked about some old Entropia Universe stuff, so I'm thinking we should just go down memory lane, maybe. What do you guys think? All right. Oh, man. I say that, and then I'm like, I have nothing to go off of right now. Like, go down memory lane, and I'm like hoping I can hit a button, and I'll just jump start right into it. And nope, it was just Ludus. That's all you guys get. Man. Only thing I think of Space Pirates now. That was supposed to be a big deal, remember? I don't know if you guys remember, like, when the game switched over from the old engine to CryEngine, they this whole map got reformatted, right? That's why I don't have all the teleporters. I never bothered to get them after the map got redone, but the map got completely redone. For instance, the Treasure Island build, like the condo building I have, it used to be farther away from the teleporter. It moved closer. That works for me. My property value went up. I mean, I wish that's how it worked in real life, you know. Oh, I was in the ghetto yesterday, but you know, the US government reformatted everything, and now in the middle of Times Square. Look at that. Nah, but basically Mindark did a little bit of funky stuff like that and moved everything around. Teleporters changed, everything like that. You lost a lot of them. I forgot what they said. Like officially they made up some bullshit story, but whatever. We all know what it was about. Ooh, another two for let's drop again. I don't know if these double drops are actually working. I just like doing them. Signify something big. If I get a global here, that's going to be... So if I make money, it's because I offered that claim to Ludus. Anyways, though, when they reformatted everything, like one of the big things that Never Die kept talking about was space pirates and a whole new age and all that. And space came about, and it just wasn't. It didn't end up being as big as they thought it would be. At the time, though, everybody, even me, I thought it was huge. I thought it was going to be like the next big thing. It's such a cool idea, honestly. I still love the idea of it, but it didn't work out. What can you do though, right? Yeah, it didn't work out. I don't know why, but I don't know. That was one of those things too. Like at the time, Entropia Universe was growing, and it was a really big deal. But I think part of what happened too is MMOs started declining in popularity. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel like the massive multiplayer online type of game, it used to be huge in like 2004, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and then like 2010 they really started dropping off, and that was sort of when Mind Arc just started coming into its own. And as far as Entropia Universe, it was coming into its own. So I think that was part of the problem. I don't know why that happened though, honestly. But I know, like, I mean, things just rise and fall in popularity, and I think it was World of Warcraft as they started to like decline a little bit. Everything went with it. And I know there's still a ton of people playing MMOs, so don't jump on me. I'm not saying it's dead. I'm just saying it's not as popular as it used to be. And it could just be I'm in different circles now. That's possible too. It's hard to tell because nowadays it used to be all my friends would play games, we'd be hanging out all the time. I mean, I used to I hang out with people that are playing games, hang out with friends or whatever, pretty much every day, and now not so much. So obviously, I'm getting a different type of news story. I'm just getting everything off Reddit and all that, and podcasts. I'm not really talking about people in the wild about these games, so I could be completely off. Just calling it like I feel it, I guess. And now that I think about it, I'm probably calling it wrong, especially because usually when I go into a new game, usually it's either like a super popular shooter or an MMO that's going to get the most reaction. But I mean, part of it's because of the videos I do. I do how-to videos, and if you're doing it on a new game, I didn't mean to drop again. I did a double click right there on the button and messed it up. Oh, all right. So remember when I said that usually when you drop a probe for a second attempt, you won't find something if you didn't find it before. This is an example of, the opposite happening. I dropped the probe for ores. I didn't find any ores. I dropped one again on accident and I found an ore. Likely I just didn't find it. Statistics didn't work out. There's always a probability that you're going to miss a claim. So the more often you drop in an area, the more likely you are to, fully find everything in that area. That said, I have run a few experiments. In the past, I've done these experiments where you just stand in one place, you drop like 20 PEDs of probes all at once, just boom, 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 and see what you can loot. Usually after like the third or fourth probe, you're not going to find anything, if we're being like completely honest about this. I know there's people that'll say like, oh yeah, like on my 20th drop, I found a global. It could happen. It's just very rare. I wouldn't recommend doing it in general. You're wasting money. Let's figure out what these mobs are. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What do we have here? Ooh, we got spiders. So usually these areas are super good for finding claims. Like, usually what I find is if you're mining in an area with a lot of mobs in it, you're going to find some awesome claims because there's less people. Like, the higher level mobs, it's harder to mine around, so there's less people mining, I think, so you're more likely to find stuff, or there's more people wasting money trying to kill those mobs. I don't know. Somehow I always feel like if you're in an area with the high level mobs, you're more likely to find good stuff. I'm going to fly over to a different area, drop in the middle of them, and see what I can do. Oh. That was my cell phone falling. Oh no. Hold on. Okay. There's some random sales call. I hate that though. Alright. My phone has a crack on the screen and it is literally from a sales call. A sales call probably cost me like a couple $100. I put the phone. All right, my idiocracy cost me in the end, but I put the phone down thinking like, all right, like I'll just put the phone right here on this countertop, and I walked away. The phone started vibrating, and it vibrated itself all the way off of the countertop, fell onto the tile floor, and just split the screen like straight in half, and it's just been getting worse and worse. It chipped it all up, and the call was basically a sales call. And that's what I mean when I say it broke my phone. In reality, it's my fault, but I don't know. These vibrations on the phone are too strong. And it just happened again. It fell off, and that was the big noise. If you guys heard it, if not, that's why I started talking about my phone falling off of a counter. This time I did not get any cracks, so we're good. All right. Oh, man. One probe left. I'm definitely not making money on this. I should not have given that offering to Ludus unless this works out. We got a cool little fortress here. Let's drop right here. Hit that T button. I feel like all of this goes in. I always like to drop that probe in an area I feel good about. Hit that T button, especially with that for that last drop, and hope that I find something. And that was not really what I was hoping for. But hey, a claim's a claim. I don't know how I got it in my head, but I feel like if I hit that T button, like when I say T, like the teleport button, I'm more likely to find a claim because Mindark, like somewhere out there in their code, they're like, he's trying to leave. Just give him a little bit of good loot so he'll keep playing. I know they didn't actually do that. But I like to think that's gonna happen. You should hear some of the like outrageous things people think. There's people that think like opening and closing your loot window are gonna get you loot. Some people think not closing it's gonna get you more loot. Some people think like if you log on and log off at a certain time, it'll get you loot. There's all sorts of weird theories like about how much you should have in your inventory and all that. In reality, Mindark probably just randomizes it. There's probably loot pools, Mindark randomizes it, and there's waves. There's a little bit of skill to it, but it's probably not something so like abstract as if you've got a gun equipped with 200 bullets, you're going to get a Hoff when you kill Aatrox. But there's people that think that because maybe it happened to them twice, and statistically that's something that could happen, but in their minds it is very unlikely, but in their minds this is something that is ridiculous and it means something. Sorry to burst your bubble if you're one of those people. You could be right, I know, but it sounds ridiculous to me. You've got to admit that. It does sound ridiculous. Anyways, we did a 25 PED mining run. It's not looking like we made too much on that. Well, it's not looking like we made anything. It's looking like we lost. Let's see where we're at though. 18.4 PEDs. With the probes, we're at 19.4, meaning we took about a 5.5 PED loss. That's with markup and all that. I'm just doing a rough estimate here. Also, if you count my little donation to Ludus, we're down to 18.5 PEDs. Don't donate to the gods. It doesn't work, but you shouldn't need me to tell you that. I hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, peace.